boys and girls, babies in your diapers. Welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Hoy.
That's me, Tiberius. Today we're going to talk about some very awesome stuff. We have an awesome pirate video game to talk about, a book about sea lions, my bonus scoreboard, and we got a totally awesome guest. The one, the only, the amazing Janelle Hom. Janelle is the executive director of the America Long Association in Florida.
I am super excited to be here and to hang out with you.
Today, we're going to start off with the video game of the week, and this is going to be awesome.
And now it's time for the video game of the week.
Today's video game is YoHoHo.io. This is a game not on the Roblox platform. It was made by Extra Dragon Games. They have made other games, but today we're going to review YoHoHo.io. This is a very different kind of game. It's a slash 'em up game. So first off, I got into the game. It was kind of cool. And there was this button and it said play. To put me into the game, you have to kill all your opponents, which are pirates, with the sword. And the first time I played, I won.
That's awesome.
So you can earn money for the number of kills and how long you stay alive. Then I played again, and after the game, I noticed this button called characters, so I pressed it, and it displayed a list of people. I bought the next highest one for $500, and it gave me more power. Then you keep playing over and over again. When you level up a world, you will be allowed to have new characters that you can buy. Then it sends you into a new game world or map, and you start all over again. I got my dad to try, and he played for a few hours and leveled up as high as he could go to. I even got a pet that heals you when you are standing still.
What kind of pet?
So the first one that I got at my house was a little parrot.
Okay, parrots are cool. That goes with
And
pirates.
then my next one, well, the parrot was $12K. And like, when you stop, it heals you.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
I give YoHoHo.io 10 out of 10 stars because it is a really fast-paced game. And they don't take all day to play. It was really fun to go against other players. And I think anyone that likes fighting should really play this game.
Hey guys, this is TC1, and when I stay in Orlando, I like to stay at the Quality Suites over on International Drive. They are amazing properties, simple rooms in an all-suite hotel with outdoor pool, a restaurant, plus free Wi-Fi and a shuttle. Guys, give them a call at 407-363-0332. They're located at 7400 Canada Ave, Orlando, Florida, 32819.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom Braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering, to trophies and awards. They can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373. Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org. And now it's time for the book of the week, Getting to Know Nature's Children Sea Lions. This book is written by Mark Schwaber. Let me read to the back of the book. In fact, Janelle, would you like to do the honors?
I would love to, and sea lions are some of my favorites. Everything you ever wanted to know about sea lions. This book describes the physical characteristics, habits, and habitats of sea lions.
Really cool. So this is an AR book and it's worth 0.5 points or half a point. It's rated for 5th grade and 5th month. This is a great series about everything nature. This is an old book series, so they may be hard to find. So this is not like my normal books. This is not fiction. Instead, this is more of a resource book. Kind of like a dictionary, but instead it's all about sea lions. If you wanted to know anything about sea lions, this is the book to read. So I learned that sea lions can swim 15 to 20 miles per hour.
That's
really
pretty fast.
And I also learned that their babies start to swim at the age of 10. Can you believe that? I also know that mothers can give birth to a pup of a sea lion.
That's really cool. Have you seen the sea lions at SeaWorld before?
Yes.
Yeah? This would be a great book to read before you go see them. And then you could tell everybody about the sea lions.
No, I won't tell you everything, but this is a great resource if you wanted to know that the babies of sea lions are called a pup, and that the sea lions eat fish and herring, and that sea lions' seed are different from seals because their ears are different, and how they walk is different too, and they also eat at night. Really cool. I keep getting to know nature's children sea lions 9 out of 10 stars because I enjoy learning everything I ever wanted to know about sea lions. I really thought it was cool that they have enemies. Their enemies are a shark and a killer whale.
Yeah, I think that's everybody's enemy, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much. The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of our awesome sponsors, SlutChannelUS.com. These guys are very, very cool. They bring 21st century surface drainage solutions to reality. They can do corporate and government work. These are the guys that make roads and bridges safe in the rain. You can see all about them at SlutChannelUS.com. That website again is SlutChannelUS.com. See David Smith Law.com.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
Wait, you are not Chuck.
My dad can help when people get hurt. He loves to help.
If you are ever injured at work or in a car accident, you should call my friend Chuck.
You can call him at 407-801-2667.
That website again is cwsmithlaw.com.
Offices, Orlando.
Does it actually have that much W's?
Now it's time for the interview of an interesting person. Today's guest is going to be so much fun. Today we have the one, the only, the amazing Janelle Hom. Janelle is the executive director of the American Lung Association of Florida.
I am super excited to be here, and I am having so much fun already.
Okay. So first off, how are you enjoying being on the show?
This has been fun. I haven't played video games in a while, so I was getting caught up on video games in the beginning, and I love sea lions. They are so cool. They're one of my favorite things to see when I go to SeaWorld.
So to jump right in, you are in charge of the American Lung Association. Isn't that the lung in Oregon?
It is. So I am in charge of Orlando's American Lung Association, and we concentrate on everything to do with breathing. So you have 2 lungs. Fun fact for you, though. Did you know that one lung is actually smaller than the other?
No, I didn't know that.
There is one that's a little smaller, and it's going to be on the left side where your heart is.
Left side.
Yeah, so now you know a fun fact that you can share with everybody.
So, are you a doctor, really?
I'm not a doctor, no. I work really hard for people who struggle to breathe, and it's important to provide education. So if you're ever diagnosed with a lung disease like asthma or lung cancer, that you need the right information to know how to live a good quality of life. We also advocate. We want to make sure that the air that you breathe is clean. That's important. That's what your lungs are made for. And we also fund life-saving research that we know we need to raise money to find cures for lung disease.
So, you talk to people about smoking? Why?
Yeah, so smoking and vaping are very important for the Lung Association. So, did you know, if I told you, that smoking is the number one reason that people develop cancer or that they develop diseases?
No.
Yeah, that is a proven fact that it's the number one reason that people get sick is because they use tobacco, and we can prevent that. There are so many dangerous chemicals in smoking, and more recently with vaping that's become popular, that there are some bad chemicals in that too. So it's important for us to help people to understand why they shouldn't do it, and if they already started, helping them to quit their addiction to it.
Okay. So what is the best part about doing that job, really?
My favorite best part of that job would be the volunteers. So none of this is possible without people who care about breathing. When you can't breathe, nothing else matters, right? Mm-hmm. But there are people who struggle to breathe every single day, or maybe they had a parent who struggled. So when they come out and they share their story with you, it reinforces every day why this work is so important.
What is the coolest thing that you have seen while working as an executive director?
Oh gosh, the coolest thing. So I've been at the American Lung Association for 12 years. That's a long time. I know. I'm getting old. But I think one of the coolest things is seeing the changes in people funding research. We just got a grant to help fund important research to find out why lung disease even develops in the first place. And it's going to be the first of its kind ever done. And that's really exciting. That's going to help us save people's lives.
So when you were a kid, what did you want to do when you grew up? Did you always know that you were going to be running in a nonprofit like the American Lung Association?
Definitely not. I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I was a kid. I know I thought about being a doctor. I thought about being a teacher, but I ended up at the American Lung Association kind of by accident. But within a few weeks of being there and hearing people's stories of people who struggled to breathe, I was hooked on it. And here we are 12 years later.
So what's the hardest part about being an executive director?
Oh, that's a tough question. The hardest part of being the executive director, there's a lot of great things about being the executive director, but when you're the boss, everybody comes and complains to you, and you're the one that has to deal with it. So I'd say that's probably the hardest part, but you learn how to work with people's problems and help them find solutions.
So what is the passion that ensured that this was the job for you?
My passion has always been with helping people and wanting to make a difference. I knew that whatever job I was going to do, I wanted to make our community better. I wanted to help people. It was just figuring out how to do that.
So if you could go back 5 years and tell yourself something, what would it be?
Maybe to take things a little less seriously sometimes. You know what? Life is too short to say no to cookies. That would be the second thing I'd tell myself. Cookies every day.
No.
Do you like cookies?
Yes.
Yes? Take life a little less seriously and eat a cookie every day.
I eat a cookie every day. So why should my listeners go out and research more about smoking?
It'll help save their lives. And maybe there's somebody in their family that is still smoking, and maybe they could be a good influence to help that person to quit smoking, or to help guide them to a place where they can ask those questions. Because like we said, that's the number one reason people are getting sick is because of smoking. Yeah. So if we can get people to not smoke, how many people are going to be healthy? A lot.
So what advice would you give my listeners if they wanted to grow up and be an executive director of a nonprofit?
You can do anything you put your mind to. That there are no barriers that should stop you from doing it. I would tell people to think about being a leader and dive into those opportunities. And if you have opportunities that present themselves to you to try something different, maybe something you don't know how to do, don't be afraid to dive into it. That's a lot of how I ended up where I am, is I took some chances that I didn't quite maybe know what the next step was going to be.
So what was the biggest mistake you ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
Oh, goodness. Biggest mistake I've ever made. I would say my biggest mistakes usually end up being math-related. Oopsie. You always need to double-check your work. Always.
My teacher says that I use math every day when I grow up. Do you use math when you were at work?
I use math every single day, all the time. It's important, and we wouldn't be able to do our jobs without it. So yes, math every single day, and double check your work.
Okay. Now can you tell me that one story you don't remember? This is a kid's show. But the one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
I have a pretty embarrassing story that I didn't tell people until I was in college.
College?
Yeah. So, when I was in 6th grade, I was riding my bike home from school with my friends. Now, when you ride a bike, can you ride it without your hands on the handlebars?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I was never able to do that. I could ride it with one hand on the handlebar. But when I was in 6th grade, you know the Macarena? Hudda, 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 right? Hands on your head, hands on your hips. My best friend, who's not the best influence, told me, we can train you to ride your bike without your hands on the handlebars, and you can do the Macarena on your bike to train yourself to keep your balance. So I said, okay, sounds good. On my way home from school, I broke off from my friends. I was down the street from my house, and I was doing the Macarena on my bike, and I fell. And I broke my wrist. Yeah. And you know what? For years, I told people that I hit a rock in the road. And it wasn't until I was in college that I admitted I was doing a really silly dance on my bike, and I had a cast all the way up my arm. So sometimes it's
only your wrist.
I know.
Why you had to go all the way up here?
So interesting stuff.
You should be just like covering your head all the way up to here.
You would think. But it'll be interesting when you learn about biology and anatomy that the bone that was broken was called a growth plate. And it's a very important bone. So that's why they had to go all the way up. Because there would have been a big problem with my arm, and I would have looked really silly. So at the end of the day, the lesson learned, because we just laughed about it when I finally told my parents the truth, because I didn't tell them the truth for many years. I know, that's not good. Don't ever lie to your parents. Yeah. But it's okay to laugh at yourself, and sometimes the silly things are sometimes the best memories. Yep. I have a little weird feelings whenever that song comes on. I don't particularly like that song anymore.
Is there anything else you think my listeners should know about you?
My favorite food is macaroni and cheese. I could eat that every meal, every day. What's your favorite food? Steak. All right.
Amazing.
Dad's shaking his head in approval.
Do you have a website or Facebook for my listeners that want to follow you?
Absolutely. So you can visit lung.org, and you can learn everything there is to learn about lung disease. You can also go on Facebook and go to ALAF Central, or just type in American Lung Association. Our local Facebook page gets updated all the time with cool events that we're doing, with interesting news and information. We sometimes take silly pictures in the office and put those on our Facebook page too.
Thank you, Janelle, for being my special guest. Can you stick around for Math Corners?
I absolutely can.
Okay.
Mid-State Fire has been providing top-quality fire equipment services for 3 generations to the Central Florida area. Don't wait for an emergency to repair. Call Mid-State Fire today at 407-246-8855. Get your fire extinguishers and emergency lighting for both your home and businesses by visiting www.midstatefire.com. That number again is 407-246-8855. The Tiberius Show would like to thank Boggy Creek Airboat Adventures for being one of our sponsors. I got to go on an airboat and saw a real gator. I even got to go to the gem mine and mine for some gems. We ate a steak dinner at the restaurant. and even got some data rights. If you want to have a blast with the entire family, I suggest you go to www.bcairboats.com right now. Get your tickets today. The website again is bcairboats.com.
All you dolls out there, this is me, Sizzle. 2019 flew by and my friend still did not have the body she wanted. Then I discovered a solution. The cosmetic surgery place. Yes, cosmetic surgery. Don't spend another minute miserable. Call 407-636-5000. She did. Now my friend is all of that and then some.
Be one of the next 7 callers to receive your breast surgery. Free with a tummy tuck. Yes, free. Call now at 407-636-5000.
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
Are you frustrated with your computer? Tired of waiting for the computer to let you get your work done? Having an IT professional available when you need him can be invaluable to your business. With a Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan, you can enjoy error-free computing and get your tasks done when you want them done. Got a virus or malware warning? Call YCS and let them remotely solve the issue for you. Computer running slow? Give YCS a call and they will remotely fix it. When? Well, right away. On average, our clients are back up and running within 10 minutes of their call. If you want your computer to run smoothly month after month, just get the Your Computer Solutions monthly service plan. Your Computer Solutions is there when you need them. Call us today at 407-826-0810. I repeat, 407-826-0810. Emergency repair when you need it. Call us, 407-826-0810. Get ready, it's time for the Bowling Score Report!
So this week, I get to skip bowling because, well, it's the week of my birthday, and I am turning 9 years old. I got to go to both an Orlando Seals game and an Orlando Solar Bears game. I had my birthday party in a skybox with all my friends watching the game. It was awesome. Oh, and Shades came out and gave me a press pass so that I can report on games and interview the coaches and players for future games. It was so awesome. So I do plan to go bowling next week, and I am so excited for the next upcoming seasons. I want to make sure to thank Bullfi for my new awesome bowling shirt. If you want to get a shirt like this one, you need to go to bullfi.com. So, if you want to go bowling with me, be sure to join with the new Winter League at Boardwalk Bowling Saturdays at 10 a.m. in the mornings, bro.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
And now it's time for Math Corners. Thank you so much, Janelle, for helping me with Math Corners. Today, we're going to talk about math and smoking.
I'm interested to hear about this.
I have been searching Google for how to use math with smoking, and well, there's a lot of things about Ohm's law and stuff about electricity. There was stuff about intensity, so force. So I looked at your website. I found that 90% of the people that smoke started as a child, and before it was illegal to smoke.
That's right. The average age for somebody to try their very first cigarette or vape is 14 years old. It's so young.
So math is used a lot in smoking when it comes to statistics. Now, this math is something we talk a little about here and there. That is when we store data on a subject and graph it to relate to other purposes. So you can graph in a data table the number of people that smoke when they get started. So how many people die from smoking and from secondhand smoking, really? So you can also list how much is spent on smoking products, prevention products, and the medical cost. all they can put together warning statements that show 438,000 Americans die from smoking-related causes every year, and that over 3,400 of them are caused by secondhand smoke. So that's a lot of people dying.
That is, and we talked a lot about that earlier.
Yeah.
And it's so preventable. Just don't start smoking.
So after the data is processed, it is used to develop laws or marketing material to reduce the number of people hurt from smoking. So Janelle, how else do you use math when you're at work?
Math is everything, and these statistics are so important for us to help people to understand different lung diseases and why it's important. We have to be able to tell a story, and these numbers tell a big part of that story. And it shows just how widespread these issues really are. So we are always looking up the latest statistics of different lung diseases. How much is it costing? How much school are people missing because of lung diseases? So for example, with asthma, that's actually the number one reason for a kid to miss school. Did you know that?
No.
There we go. That's math again.
So thank you, Janelle, for your help with Math Corners.
Absolutely.
Now it's time for the Heart of a Lion. As you know, we talk about the qualities of living by a Heart of a Lion. It stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and ability. This week, we're going to talk about leadership. For me, I think leadership is the act of loving what is good, having self-control, and being disciplined. The qualities of leadership are providing guidance and direction, organization, and being a positive influence on others. I saw leadership a few weeks ago when one of the coaches from bowling took the extra effort with a younger bowler that needed more time. He put him on another lane so it would not slow down for the other bowlers and spent time showing some of the more basic elements of bowling. This was providing guidance and using organization to ensure other bowlers were not delayed in complaining about the slower bowler. Using leadership, the coach made it easier for the team to act like a team and support the slower bowler to get better quicker. So, Janelle, did you see or use leadership at all this week?
Well, I use leadership, I feel like, every day. At the American Lung Association, I'm not the only person who works there. We have several other people who do really important jobs at the American Lung Association. And sometimes we need to come together when we face a challenge or we don't know how to fix something. So I'll bring my staff together, maybe our interns or maybe our volunteers too, to talk about an issue and get everybody's perspective on it. It's important to hear and see different perspectives. Everybody's special, has different talents and different strengths. So I use my leadership a lot to make sure that we're hearing what everybody has to say and come to the table.
Okay. So of all the Heart of a Lion virtues, which is your favorite?
I think integrity would be my favorite. And that's really important because when it comes to just core values, that you are always telling the truth and that people can always count on what you say to be true and that you will follow through on what you say you will do.
Okay.
That's one of the core pieces of being a leader.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Janelle Hom for being my special guest this week. It has been so much fun talking with you today, and I look forward to seeing your latest projects.
Well, I really enjoyed my time here. I learned a lot from you too, so fist bump. All right.
And be sure to listen to us next week on the Tiberius Show. Just Tiberius Boy! Booyah.
The Tiberius Show is not filmed in front of a live studio audience. Executive producer Joseph Boy. Production editor Pierre Laguerre. Green Room manager Danny Boy. And your program host, Tiberius Boy. The Tiberius Show is copyright 2018.